Good morning. How the devil are you doing this fine day? Me? Oh, about as sane as you'd expect from a man that talks to himself 5 days a week, but thanks for asking anyway. As ever, we've got an absolutely jam-packed show for you today, so without further ado, let's roll that intro. Welcome to the Breakfast Show. I'm your host, Mark Anthony. It's Wednesday, the 11th of August, and as that devilishly handsome guy just said, welcome to the Breakfast Show. I am your host, Mark Anthony. In today's show, Everton breaks new ground on its new stadium construction. Coleman Group posts a third consecutive loss. University degrees, what are they good for? And Epiroc educates on its pulveriser range. If you've got any comments or questions about any of that or anything else for that matter, please post them in the chat and I will get to them just as soon as I can. But in the meantime, let's check out which famous folks were born unto the world on this day in history.
Happy birthday!
And it's many happy returns to children's author Enid Blyton, who wrote The Adventures of the Famous Five and The Secret Seven. Not entirely sure what happened to the six, but hey. Happy birthday also to Roots author Alex Haley, to Apple co-founder, the mighty Steve Wozniak, to professional wrestler Hulk Hogan, to superstar podcaster Joe Rogan, and to Thor himself, Mr. Chris Hemsworth. Many happy returns to them one and all. And a very happy birthday to our mate Katie Callagher, crane operator, apprenticeship advocate, social media influencer, and all-round top girl. Happy birthday, Katie. And one other thing before we get the show started. Our mate Nick Drew of the Mighty Digger Man blog recently made a guest appearance on the Dirt Talk podcast in the US, and I've got to say he did an absolutely terrific job. So if you'd like to hear how a professional goes about broadcasting, wait until this amateur stops talking and go and click on the link that I've just posted in the chat. It's well worth a viewing, and congratulations, Dick, on doing a fine job and keeping the British end up on an American podcast. Fantastic job. Mark Bryan at JBV Demolition and Mike Keogh at C&D Consultancy and any other Evertonians out there, this one's for you. Everton Football Club yesterday broke ground on the construction of its stunning new stadium at Bramley Moor Dock in Liverpool. The new stadium, excuse me, the new stadium will hold more than 53,000 fans on match days and is being built by Lang O'Rourke at an estimated cost of £500 million. But as talking about football clubs that aren't West Ham leaves a rather nasty taste in my mouth, let's roll the video and see what all the fuss is about.
Everybody loves Goodison, got their own memories. I've talked to the chairman before and the memories he had as a kid going to the boys' pen and everything else. But listen, great memories at Goodison, but you've got to move forward as a football club. And I think looking to the future and the younger spectators as well, they're going to be spoilt here. You know, this is going to be top of the range, football stadium, seating capacity, everything else. Views of the pitch, won't be any obstructed views that we're all used to at Goodison Park. So that's something new to look forward to. But no, listen. The plans are fantastic. You know, just can't wait to see them happen. Obviously, it'll be great to come down and see bit by bit what they're doing and how they're progressing. But imagine European nights here on Bramley Moor Dock. It'll be incredible. So that's something the players can get a little boost for as well. They want to play in this new stadium. So we're all looking forward to it.
got to admit, that new stadium looks absolutely amazing. It will be an absolute pleasure taking 3 points away from there.
The Miller GT Series heralds a new era of unrivaled power and cutting-edge intelligent coupler technology, increasing job site safety, machine versatility, and productivity. It's the added versatility that you need at the value you can afford. To find out more, visit millergroundbreaking.com.
As we mentioned briefly in yesterday's after-party chat, demolition contractor Coleman Group has posted a financial loss for the third consecutive year. According to Construction Inquirer, the group's reported a £3.3 million loss in the 18 months to October 2020 from revenue of £26 million. Around 1.7 million of the losses come from the failure of a subcontractor to fulfil its part of a contract, leaving Coleman and Company to complete the work. This followed a £616,000 loss in 2019 and a £2.8 million loss in 2018. But after a business restructure which saw staff numbers cut by half, Group Chief Executive Mark Coleman has predicted the business will return to profit in 2021. I sincerely hope so. Although it's not mentioned in the Construction Inquirer report, it is worth noting that the 2.8 million loss it reported in 2018 came roughly 18 months after the deadly boiler house collapse at the Didcot A power station, where Coleman and Company was actually the demolition contractor. University degrees. What are they good for? Good question, right? I don't have one personally. I come from a time and a background in which university wasn't even a consideration. That being said, I wanted all my children to attend. As it turned out, only one of them did, and he absolutely hated it, but that's a story for another day. Where am I going with all this? Well, a new survey has revealed that trade workers are £35,000 better off than university graduates. Builders Merchant Selco surveyed 542 manual skilled workers to find out if going to university versus going straight into trades is more beneficial financially, and if individuals progress more quickly. They asked tradespeople all about what their career path affords them in terms of their lifestyle, personal finances and job satisfaction, to gain a better insight into how choosing a trade career can impact their lives for the better. And that survey found that on average, trade workers had around £5,600 worth of debt. That's in comparison to the average university student's debt of around £45,000. 70% of the surveyed tradespeople also revealed that they have savings, and over half said they see themselves as financially secure. Analysis also revealed that tradespeople are 44% more likely to have owned multiple properties than the rest of the UK. Interestingly, tradespeople generally bought their first home 3 years before the current UK average. Men who chose a trade career will get married approximately 5 years earlier than the average man in the UK, and women who chose a trade career will get married 3 years earlier on average than women around the UK. This major life progression continued into building a family, as Selco's findings showed tradespeople had their first or only child 2 years before the average woman and nearly 7 years before the average man became a parent for the first time. I realise that you can make statistics mean anything, and that will be part of the discussion over on our No Agenda show on Instagram at noon today. But that survey really does make for fascinating reading. If I can find the whole thing rather than just the statement that came with it, I will post details of that a little bit later on in the day. The OilQuick revolution continues. This time it's Tinley Group who has opted to improve on-site productivity and safety by switching to the OilQuick quick coupler system. The system was supplied by our friend Gary O'Shaughnessy at APRD Machinery, the attachments experts. Congratulations to Tinley Group and to Gary and the team at APRD. And I have to say that is one smart looking ram guard that you've got fitted on that machine as well. Queen's Cross Housing Association up in Bonnie, Scotland, has set aside a tidy £5 million Scottish pounds for the construction of 48 flats on a site at Burnbank Gardens in Glasgow. But before work can commence on the new build, there is the small matter of demolishing the building that currently resides on the site. And at the time of broadcast, a suitably competent demolition contractor has yet to be appointed. You can find out more about that project lead and many more just like it by visiting buildersconference.co.uk.
Sorry to interrupt the guy with the funny glasses, but if you're enjoying this video, please hit the like button as it helps our channel. Or, better still, share this video with a friend or a colleague. Thank you. Right, back to Beardy.
And finally, for now at least, those fine folks over at Epiroc have just released a new video detailing the features and benefits of their demolition pulveriser range. Want to take a look? Yeah, it'd be rude not to, wouldn't it? That's pretty much it for this morning's show. I will roll the outro in just a second before hopping over to the chat to see what's cooking today. I'll also be back here tomorrow, same time, same place, for more of this old stuff and nonsense. As I mentioned earlier, I am going to be live on Instagram at noon today for our latest No Agenda show. That show is entirely unscripted, which is just as well because I've not prepared for it and it's less than 2 hours away now. You might also want to have a calculator with you for that one. Not a maths lesson, but there's some numbers I'd like to run past you. But until then, have a great day. Stay safe, look after yourself, your family, your friends, and your colleagues. And here comes that outro.